What's going on, guys? My name is Richie, and welcome to my World Cup qualifying series. This is the African zone, and the Ivory Coast are taking on Tunisia. I'm just here to say this video had to be cut a little bit short because I accidentally deleted some of the footage, but thankfully I didn't delete any of the goals, so that's a positive. But since I'm here, I just thought I'd talk about something anyway. And of course, yesterday was the Confederations Cup final. Or at least the time that this video was made, the Confederations Cup was yesterday. And of course, Brazil beat Spain by 3 goals to nil. I'm sure nobody saw that coming. Even people who predicted Brazil to win, I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure even the most positive or the most what's the word? I guess like the biggest Brazilian fan wouldn't have seen that coming. They'd have probably like predicted it like out of like confidence, but not actually believe that they could have beaten Spain 3-0. But yeah, even I had a feeling Brazil would win. I didn't like I wasn't predicting they'd win or anything, but I had a feeling they would win, but not 3-0, like probably 2-1 or 2-0 at the very least. But not by 3 goals. Um but yeah, I had a feeling they would win because Spain looked a bit vulnerable against Italy, and I thought Brazil would be more clinical in front of goal when they got their chances, because Italy got a whole bunch of chances that they couldn't put away, and I thought that Brazil, with their strikers in such top form in this tournament, I thought they would be more clinical and take their chances when they got them. But still, I didn't see them winning 3-0. But the crowd definitely played a huge role. They were, I think they were singing for the entire 90 minutes, like just non-stop. The only time they must have stopped singing was during halftime when they went to the concession stand. And even then, like I think Brazil scored right after halftime. So even then, when they scored, like it was still so loud. So it's just crazy. And that may have intimidated the Spanish players a bit and put energy into the Brazilian players. Not saying that like Spain have never played in that type of atmosphere because their players play in front of millions of, not millions, but thousands of people every week basically. So, but the incessant noise is not something that I've seen in European football like on a regular basis. Like you only see it like in a big match or like in a final or not even in a final, but it's just constant noise and constant singing. So it was just crazy. Like I couldn't even hear myself think, and I was watching the game on TV, so that's how loud it was. But yeah, it definitely had something to do with the game, but I'm not convinced Brazil would have done this to Spain in a neutral stadium because or in a neutral setting rather because like I don't know it just seemed to give the Brazilian players that extra step or that extra bit of energy because they were just pressuring the Spanish players all game. Like they just forced them out of their usual passing rhythm. They couldn't get it together. They just like even when they created chances, like Brazil were just defending like like absolute beast. Like especially with David Luiz when David Luiz is clearing the ball off the line from Pedro's shot, and then you have Julio Cesar who is just keeping like he was back when he was at Inter. Like he's just hit top form since he's gone to QPR, and he just did not want to concede a goal, even when even when Brazil were leading like 3-0 with I think 10 minutes to go, and the game was pretty much wrapped up. Cesar was still keeping strong. He was just not allowing anything. So like it's just the perfect day for if you're a Brazilian fan. Everything was just going their way. Of course, Ramos missed the penalty, which I don't know why he was taking it in the first place when you have Xavi and Iniesta or even Pedro, somebody who knows how to put goals away or to finish. So I mean, I don't want to question the Vasquez decision because of course he's won like consecutive trophies with Spain, so who am I to judge somebody like that? But or maybe he didn't even. Maybe Ramos just insisted on taking it and nobody wanted to tell him otherwise. I don't know. Maybe there's something that you don't know about, but what's done is done. I wouldn't have my centre back personally, I wouldn't have my centre back taking a penalty in that situation, but what's done is done. Um, but yeah, before this tournament, I wasn't convinced Brazil would be able to win the World Cup next year. Um, but they've kind of changed my mind a bit, and not just because like of how well they've played. It's really more because of like I see the effect of how the home field has, or the effect of the home crowd, and I think that makes them one of the contenders to actually win the World Cup next year. Um, I don't know if they will, but they're definitely one of the contenders as far as the World Cup goes, and like who will win it. It's a bit too early to predict who will win it from now, but I think it's between either Argentina or Italy or Germany or Spain or like I said Brazil. But um yeah, it's a bit too early to talk about that or to predict who's gonna win the World Cup. So you'll just have to wait and see and just see how everything works out. But I talk more on this topic, but I don't want to overlap the video. At the end of this video, you should be seeing the rest of the results from round one in this African qualifying section and the standings as well. So, but anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment, and of course, thanks for watching.
Certainly showed the opposition what they're made of. And comfortable winners in the end.